Thank you, Sister Raja. We are definitely here to show the solidarity with the sons, daughters, and mothers of Palestine. We, in this rally, condemn the Harper government's stand to support Israeli aggression against all the Palestinian and every Palestinian. Shame, shame.
Religion teaches us to be human and human values. So no religion teaches you to be brutal. I have a wonderful brother here. He is Jewish, but he has come here to show his solidarity with the people under siege from the Palestine. Let's give him a big hand. It's a big heart. He called himself as Independent Voice in Canada, Jewish Independent Voice in Canada, and his name is Sid Shnayet.
Salam alaikum. I bring greetings from Independent Jewish Voices, which is a new national Jewish organization that has come together to counter the baleful influence of the Zionist lobby in this country. I think rallies like this are wonderful and inspiring. This is the 4th rally like this. This is great, but it is not enough. We rally while our government backs the war criminals in Israel. This is something that must be changed, and only we can change it. How many people here have expressed their outrage about the government's position with their member of parliament? Will you raise your hand? I see about 3 hands here. Every one of us must make contact with our member of parliament to turn this government around so that our prime minister is no longer praising the war criminals of Israel. As far as I know, there is one politician in our federal parliament who has taken a position against what Israel is doing. One. We have the range of politicians from Harper, who is praising Israel's war crimes, to other politicians who are dodging the issue and hiding from taking the position they should take. And we have to change that. So I would suggest that after this, we make plans to have delegations to our local members of parliament to send messages via email and via telephone and via letter so that they understand that the people of Canada want to put an end to this outrage now. 3 things should be done. First, Israeli war criminals should be brought before the International Criminal Court for the war crimes that they have committed in Gaza. 2, Canada should terminate all trade agreements and economic relations with Israel. 3, Canada should cut all diplomatic relations with Israel. The government of Bolivia and the government of Venezuela have already done that. Finally, as individuals and within our organizations, we must take up the call that is coming from Gaza, and that is to organize boycott, divestment, and sanctions against the government of Israel, just as was done against the apartheid government of South Africa. That kind of pressure against Israel and that kind of pressure on our politicians is what's necessary to turn the tide in this. The people of Palestine have suffered long enough. It is up to us to do whatever we can to put an end to that suffering. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a sister came to me and I apologized to her, and that's true. In Gaza Strip, not only the Muslims but our sisters and brothers who belong to the Christian religion is also suffering. And I would like to thank to the people here. It's a wonderful scene to see that not only the Muslims have come out, we have the people from all faiths which are living here has come to show their solidarity and concern. Our next speaker is Charles Bolan. He is CPC ML plus People's Front.
Brothers and sisters, we're here because all of us stand in solidarity with the struggle of the people of Palestine for their right to democracy and self-determination, and we are convinced that the spirit of Gaza will never die. The people of Palestine will be free. We are also mindful that the United Nations Council on Human Rights voted 33 to 47 to condemn the war crimes of Israel and to send an independent delegation to investigate these war crimes and to hold the war criminals to account. But of the entire membership of that Human Rights Council, there was a single vote against that resolution. And shame of shames, it was a vote of Stephen Harper. I say it was a vote of Stephen Harper and not the vote of Canada, because the Canadian people stand with the people of Palestine. We, brothers and sisters, have to be mindful as well. While we are here in defense of the people of Palestine, and especially the people of Gaza, we also stand in defense of the rights of the people of Afghanistan. We stand in defense of the rights of the people of Iraq. We stand in defense of the rights of all people fighting for their freedom and their independence. We must demand a government that is an anti-war government and opposes the use of war in every and each situation.
Now I would like to invite Brother Umar Shaban, Vice President of Canadian Arab Federation, Western Region, and Solidarity for Palestinian Human Rights.
I was at the town hall meeting where Michael Ignatieff was giving his speech, and they basically skipped me even though I had a reserved spot because I wanted to talk about Gaza and I wanted to condemn Israeli war crimes. Ignatieff said that he supports Israel. He talked about Israeli children, but he did not talk about the Palestinian children. He did not talk about the hospitals that were targeted by Israeli missiles. He did not talk about the United Nations headquarters or the Red Crescent. He did not talk about schools. He did not talk about the mosques. He did not talk about any civilian structures. He pretty much ignored the 1,200 innocent Palestinians that were killed in Palestine. He ignored the 420 children that were killed. He ignored the 5,200 people who were wounded. 1,200 of them are children. He pretty much ignored Palestine, and I'm ashamed to be Canadian because of that. I keep hearing this jargon about peace, but people need to know that there will be no peace if the apartheid wall does not get destroyed. There will be no peace if the Palestinian refugees do not return. There will be no peace if the occupation doesn't end. There will be no peace if the siege on Gaza does not end. There will be no peace if Canada does not step up and say something about the occupation. There will be no peace if there's no justice in Palestine. Thank you.